Hey everybody, welcome to the internet broadcast system Axe+Arcana Dungeons and Dragons game. I hope everybody's doing okay.
Hey!
Hey, I have to change these initiatives out real quick. Hey Metronome, thank you. I worked real hard on that new intro. Let's turn toy group off and turn on this. I just moved, so we're trying some different stuff, but the party last week really liked this digital layout, so we're gonna try it.
Yeah, I saw something that it worked. Worked pretty good.
Yeah, and I'm really not super prepared for tonight. I've got some stuff we're gonna try, um, but yeah.
We,
What's up?
Currently, I only see your desktop.
Oh, hey, that's because I have to do create output projector. Then I have to do that. There we go.
Cool.
Is that better? Cool.
Excellent. Absolutely.
All right. Sorry about that. Is the rhythm bot picking up the?
Nope.
Is it just real quiet? It says it's playing something. Oh, it is. It's real quiet. It's just gentle tavern ambiance. Sorry about that. I turned it down because the song we had on earlier was real loud. Does somebody have audio on in the background? I'm getting a little bit of feedback.
I hear somebody going through dishes. That's all I hear.
Oh, maybe. Ha! That's the ambience. It's Barris in the back doing dishes.
So realistic.
I fooled myself. I'm a
Two.
All right, gang. So last week, let's see if I remember. You
2
guys,
weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, in real life. Boy, that feels like a month ago. A cleric from the city guard requested Barris send some assistance to the city graveyard outside of the walls. This cleric was unearthing a reverend saint because he had reason to believe and was proven correctly that they were a transmogrified dragon. Upon searching the contents of the mausoleum, you found a secret passageway. As you crept down it, you encountered animated skeletons and zombies and
Oceans and letters.
as you guys were exploring, you came upon a teleportation circle as a group of 3 individuals teleport out of the room. You guys investigated a little bit, and it looked signs pointed to a Dracolich cult of some sort. So you guys gathered up your goodies and your evidence and headed back to the Axe+Arcana Tavern, where you are now rested up. All your spells and everything are back. Waiting for your next assignment.
If I recall, our benefactor, the good Sir Barris, was very distraught at some of the stuff we brought back.
Do you recall what?
I believe it was the letter?
The letter.
Wrong notebook.
No worries.
Or not, it was the note that said I went with the potion maybe? About, hey, I've perfected this thing.
I believe you handed that to him, but that was not what concerned him.
Right.
It was the coin.
It was the coin. Correct. The coin with an eye emblazoned upon it, an eye logo that I'm trying to make, but I haven't had time to work on it. It's gonna be real dope though.
We all know exactly what you're talking about.
Merchandise.
Yeah,
So, is there? You guys have taken a day or 2 off since your last adventure, healed everything up. I know Zothok, the half-orc barbarian who was flung forward from a primitive time. You said you spent some of your time going to the Frothing Otter and hearing some of their bards play on the open mics on Tuesday.
That's correct. I have an inspiration die.
Bado, are you still doing your old elderly person thing where you're just kind of shuffling around and reading books?
Yep.
Yeah, but what about your character?
Oh. Ooh, ow.
Love.
Tenti, what have you gotten into anything lately? Oh, he stepped away. I forgot.
No, I'm
Oh, he is
Oh, hey,
here.
hey.
Hi.
I can't think of anything that he would technically do other than sit at the bar
Uh-huh.
and just kind of watch everybody, not menacingly, but awkwardly.
Too late, you said it.
Yeah. Why not both?
Do we ever have like?
One day, mortal beings.
That's true. You will outlast us all, probably.
He guarantees
Do we ever
it.
get like guests at the bar? Like
no.
other
So
people?
you have seen evidence of other people here. Oddly, you've never seen anybody else here. It's the darndest thing.
Do have a liquor license though, so that's good.
Barris has talked about patching things up, getting the so you guys are in Fellstone Tower. As we discussed previously, you have rooms above, and then Barris, his quarters are on the very top of this tower. Excuse me. He's talked about upgrading the towers in time, but that requires some funds. And those funds are usually brought in when you guys go adventuring, and it's a little bit of You may have heard him say something about skimming off the top, but he dropped it real quick.
What?
Like if you, this is that Family Guy moment where you remember back, and Barris is like, he will pay you. He offered us 200 coins to check out the graveyard, so you will get 100 coins when you get back.
That's for room and board. That's totally legit.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But yeah,
Saving the world is expensive business.
So, have you guys been keeping track of your gold, equipment, all that stuff?
Yeah.
In my thingy.
Not really.
I've
You
been.
have somebody else do that.
Just means I have a lot of gold.
What's that? Oh, you have a lot of gold?
Yeah, he's holding on to ID 10s as well.
Oh, that's right. I imagine maybe Bado has penny loafers. And they're just like filled with all the coins he's found.
It's real expensive. To
It's
keep
an
that.
efficient way to store coins. Yeah.
I'm having a real fun thinking of Bado as like this elderly cleric. It's real fun. You don't have to play it that way, but that's how I paint it in my head. Yes.
Elephant saggy skin.
Oh,
Is that also part of the background music?
What is it? The
It's like
can
cleaning. The cleaning.
I
Yeah.
roll a d20 and to do something really stupid?
Oh no!
You don't need to roll a 20 for that.
What's
That
up, bud?
just happens.
Talk to me about it.
I'm gonna roll a d20, and if I get over 10, I mix those two potions that I had in the jar.
Oh,
Why would you do this?
all right.
Well, it's a good beginning to.
I gotta open up a folder. Give me a second.
Do I notice this?
So
No, I did. I would have done this a while back.
The
Night that we
Oh no!
turned in.
While I am looking for the adventure that came out of, will you give us a little summary of what you're talking about?
So basically, last game we came across a cauldron and a potion pot on a desk
With a
in
cork.
an alchemical lab.
Mm-hmm.
Zothok took the potion, but he didn't do anything with it, and
It was bad.
Yeah, is bad, probably.
It's bad.
He's bad
that's
question mark.
But the curiosity from ID10T and the willingness to know all things
Mhm.
drove him to want to know what the potion did.
Gosh darn machine learning.
Yep.
Can't you ever be satisfied?
It is how I am programmed.
Oh, right.
And so, yes, once everything is prepared, I will be in the closet mixing
Your
the
room.
things. Yes,
Yeah.
that night. So basically, I took a portion of the cauldron substance. I didn't take it all, but I took a portion of it, and I took the potion bottle from Zothar.
So what you're telling me is, characters, we could technically already be dead.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
I mean, I am a time traveler, so I mean, really.
So
It
here's the
makes
thing.
Yeah.
When I searched roll d20 on Google, to roll a die,
Yeah.
it pulled up a 13.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't necessarily count that because I feel like
You
I
didn't
have to
press a
click the
button.
roll button. Yeah,
Right.
so I clicked roll again and it brought up a 2. So I'm a little concerned about which one I should pick.
We'll go with the 13.
2 out of 3. 2 out of
The
3.
13,
We'll go
did
with
you
the
say?
13. That's fine. Yeah.
He's already put in the effort of
So
looking up
Yeah,
all
we're
of the
looking it
rules.
up.
the 13
Yeah.
was for what? What was this roll for?
For mixing it, for attempting to mix the
Oh
potions
no, you
in
don't
a
have
safe and non-explosive manner.
you don't have to roll the 13 for that. We're gonna take that 13. So what did you mixed
Well, it's
it?
kind of like handling alchemical items is basically what I was thinking.
It's 2 chemicals, so like
Any
So
idiot
you
can
just-
mix things.
I
Yeah,
imagine.
You rolled a 1 critic.
I mean, if I rolled like a 2 on that. Well, no.
You
I
just missed?
no. I rolled the d20. Okay, no. I didn't roll the d20 for that. I rolled the d20 to just basically determine randomly whether I would do it or not.
Okay.
So
But I do
yeah,
imagine.
so-
See, your program said yes, right? The binary went 1, and you
yeah,
said yes.
My heart is telling me. What was it? My heart is telling me no, but my body's telling me yes.
Your cold metal
Is that
heart.
how it goes?
But my algorithm's
But
telling
my
me yes.
intelligence core is telling me I must learn all.
It's actually not false, is how he looks at it.
So I imagine it gets real tense, and you're like precision micro movements.
They're
Oh.
sleeping, by the way, at that point. I imagine.
So you're just doing it loud then? Let's fuck
No,
shit
well,
up.
No. I mean, like, what I meant is, like, I'm alone in my room. All you would see is like the dim light
Under the
of
door.
me, of me messing with this thing in the dark while they're sleeping upstairs.
You successfully mix the 2 components.
All right. Is there anything happening with it?
Roll new character.
You see some sort of catalyst take effect. You see the swirls of the red and blue start to merge into a really vibrant purple. But there doesn't seem to be any sort of like magical or chemical effect other than that.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and spike the beer in the hallway with this.
Jesus.
No!
I need human test subjects.
But for real, what are you doing with it?
I will cork it safely and securely and put it inside of me.
Oh, it's not gonna melt his organs or anything. So.
I have no organs, only
Yeah, exactly.
compartments.
All right.
Is safe?
It is in your innards, and so just
Oh,
write
no.
potion from crypt on your paper, and then whenever that comes back up, we'll reference it.
All right. Let me find where that is.
So yeah, I guess the next day everybody's none the wiser.
Boy, oh boy.
I found this half-orc caveman picture, but I think it's a mask. It looks pretty good.
Huh.
Yeah.
That looks like the. No, I was gonna say it looks like the guy from Hellboy, but not really.
I can see what you're talking about though. Yeah. Cool. So that happened to no effect, and the next day appears. In the morning, Barris greets you all as he comes downstairs, reading a tome as he is wont to do. Sits
I
down.
drink a beer.
He sees you and he's like, hell yeah. He sits in his corner that he likes to do. I don't have a token yet for Barris. And he pulls out that little coin you brought back last time and he puts it on the table and goes back to his books until you guys are ready to speak with him.
So what is it?
Yeah.
That's what I would walk up and to him at his table and look and pick up the coin and flip it over in my hand and.
Would anyone like a drink?
So thought good.
He well, I don't know, to be honest. He's kind of like sweating a little bit thinking about it. He's like, but maybe you can help me do some more research into it. And he's kind of just like eyeballing it. You'll catch his eyes like stick to it like a magnet and hang there for a couple seconds and then bounce back to you as he's talking. Yeah,
I've seen before.
It's like a memory I don't remember. Does that make sense, Othok? Memory, don't remember.
So thought not stupid. So thought understand.
So thought only pawn of life.
My hunch would be to go to the market district in town and maybe do some scanning around, see if you see anybody else with these coins. I don't know. I need some feet on the ground, and I tend to stay in the tower. Would you three be willing to go into town and investigate?
Sure.
So thought good.
ID 10T, I command you to go do this thing.
Very well.
Yeah, suit up.
I finished my bit.
And yeah, if you
I
guys
get my armor on.
We're going into the market to investigate if we can find anything related to this.
Yeah, maybe it's
pattern.
a coin from another city. Maybe it's like some sort of token for a gang. I can't quite place it. And ID 10T, when he tried to place it, I believe the data on it was corrupted.
Yeah.
What
When he told us to go and look and try and connect it to something, did he seem like he cared whether or not we were showing it to every single person we met, or
do you want to ask
like,
or do you want to insight?
I'm gonna go ahead and insight on that as he was talking about it. I'll roll right now. So 16 plus 1, 17.
Will you rephrase the question again? You're asking if...
What did he seem like he wanted us to kind of keep it on the low down, or just walk up to people and go, "Do you know where this coin came from?"
I get you read into the inflection of his voice that you probably would keep it on the lowdown, but I guess it's really up to you. I don't want to tell you how to do your job, you know?
Okay.
I don't come to your tavern and knock the beer out of your hand.
Yeah. And I came to this conclusion, but I'm not going to
let them
the
know.
others really know. Yeah.
All
Just
right.
keep it to myself for now. I want to see what happens.
It's a good plan.
My ID10T is starting to become a little bit of a scientist.
You gonna break bad?
I don't know about break bad, but I'll certainly observe.
I'll observe bad. I'm observing bad. Hey, look, Barris.
Hey, there is.
There is Barris. All right. So, if you're all good, we will take you guys to the market.
To the market.
Check it out.
You need like star wipes.
Oh, we get there and then I have to go back because I forgot myself.
You forgot your loincloth? Alright. So, character tokens. I'm gonna put
You can
Barris.
buy that house.
Like what?
Buy what house?
It's a Skyrim reference.
Oh, okay. All right. What marching order would you guys be going into town?
if you have to ask about marching order going to town,
Yeah, I mean, me first. I feel like, right?
Bado or ID Tenti in the back?
I think IDT in the back.
I think I'll be in
Yeah,
the back. Yeah, I'm gonna like walk, like ride along with my metal wheels, metal covered wheels clanking along the cobblestone.
For some reason, constantly writing in a notepad, going,
I'm scanning and taking in
Taking in that
everything that I
data.
see, and
yeah,
yes, interesting.
exactly. I want him to write on a notepad though for no reason.
Because he can record
You
it
gotta-
all
you have
anyway.
to-
Yeah,
to buy
I
me
can
one.
record it.
I save the notepad for extra special occasions.
So you guys have forayed out into the city of Ambrosia. Ambrosia is a wide landscape. It's like one of the larger cities in the D&D game. It's crowned by the castle where Prince Darling usually makes home, but he has been out adventuring since Party Fall. Times have gotten a little tougher. There's a lot more pickpockets on the streets than there used to be. There was a reason Barris kind of called everybody together. So we're gonna try some different things tonight. We're gonna go a little bit of a theater of mind, but we're gonna place you guys into the town square marketplace. We'll say you're at the very center of town square is a fountain. 4 different directions that head off into different parts of town. And you have been sent here to try and investigate the mystery of the coin emblazoned with an eye.
I think we should take it to a merchant from who travels abroad, and see if they recognize it.
All right. Got any particular?
Do you travel? Do you travel?
Yes, I travel. Somebody looking for a traveler? Is that?
No, merchant travel.
Oh, merchant travel's next door. The guy next door say, "Somebody looking for merchant travel?"
Yes.
Uh,
You know coin?
Oh, I'm a collector. What you got?
As the coin.
As the coin? Hello?
Who has?
Is
the
it-
coin?
It is inside of ID 10T.
I was going to say, already gone back for my stuff. No need to go back again for coin.
Alright, I'll pull the. Actually, I will bang on my chest, and then you'll hear it go ting 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 ting, and then my hatch will open, and it will come out like I'm extracting change from a vending machine.
I try to catch it. Just roll for that. I do catch it. Okay.
So the coin shoots out, and Zothot catches it, and you hand it to the merchant. And he starts eyeballing it. Would everybody make me a perception check?
Active
boy.
perception.
Perception.
Not great. 12.
Boy.
Nat 1.
Wow,
Jesus.
we do well. That's a 12 on me.
I imagine Bado is standing with, because you're a giant elephant, your like head's in the awning.
Oh, I actually have advantage on perception. Let me roll that again.
Yeah, roll that again.
Yay! Not garbage. 13.
What gives you advantage on perception? Is it a class?
Oh, that only applies to scent-based things. You're right.
well,
So
no,
Nat
I failed.
one again.
I failed hard.
no,
Yeah.
no. Scent based.
Yes.
We can. Though I'll play with that. You said a 13.
Schnoz. Yep.
And you other guys got 12s.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
That's all right, dicks. So as you guys are looking at stuff, you notice Bado's trunk start to perk up as a scent
Oh.
catches his olfactory glands, and kind of like a periscope rotating while he's looking at umbrellas. The schnoz
It's
turns.
design.
ID Denti, I imagine you kind of notice this, and then
Yeah.
Zothok notices the movement as well. You peer a couple cart stands away. Somebody's watching you. Bado, you've smelt this person before recently, but not quite sure where.
Interesting.
So
I can't tell whether they're from the cave or from the Dragon Egg expedition or the other adventure we've had.
You only recognize the scent.
Sure.
Yeah.
How far away would he be able to hear us?
No, it looks
if we
like
whispered or tried to, clandestinely whisper to each other.
it looks like they are keeping their distance. So it doesn't look like they're trying to hear you, but it does look like they keep looking up. They're like looking at other vendor stands,
Yeah.
and then
You
you'll.
still got the coin, right?
I would make sure
we all
everybody
caught it.
knew what was going on and be like, should we try and intercept this interloper? Go after them?
How far away are they?
They're a couple stands down. We'll just say like on the other end of this town block. I'm gonna
many
make you a
feet would
little
that be?
token.
And the guy with the coin is not saying anything right now, right?
He's like looking at it. He's got his little viewing gem as he's trying to
Right.
mark out the ridges and stuff.
Oh, and then we can't move or leave right now. Just play it cool, everybody.
We could.
It could be.
Let's not do that.
Yeah. So it doesn't appear that they notice that you notice them.
Her.
So you can kind of take a minute and assess the situation if you guys want to figure it out.
You go, me stay.
Who are you talking to?
My group.
We'll make a show of the coin staying with identity. I will go with identity, and we'll move on to down the street while you look. Zothok, you look like you're still interested in something in this or an adjacent stall, and maybe they'll pass you.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Well,
Okie dokie.
too many ideas. Just do.
We can think. It's okay.
Uh,
What's your idea?
I don't know if this will work.
Digging it.
Okay. What is it?
I'm trying to get the spell up right now.
All right. No worries.
I'm going
Spell,
to.
murder.
He'll see me. Have my wiggly noodle arms and with the little gloves on the end, and I'm like, zim zum zoom, and I say, hold out your hand.
To the merchant?
No, to Bado.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Do
And
so.
then I go abracadabra, and a minor illusion of the coin shows up in his hand.
Good call.
Good call.
Now we have 2 coin.
Except
Go,
that
me
it's
stay.
That's about the extent of my idea.
You go, me stay.
Okay. We make a show that we have 2 coin. And then we leave, and Zothok stays behind just long enough to get behind them.
You make show that you've got 2 coins. Do you take the coin back
No.
from the shopkeep?
If he's done with it. I assume at some point he'll come to a conclusion as to whether or not he recognizes it.
He's like, well, this looks like an eye.
Mm-hmm.
He's really taking his time with it.
You go, me stay.
You keep thinking about it. We'll be back later in the morning.
I would
here.
like to go down the street.
Yeah,
Otto, would you like to accompany me?
I would enjoy accompanying you to go down the street, my metal friend.
And so I stiffly turn and walk or roll down the street.
We get our coin back.
So you guys take the coin back.
Yeah, say like, oh, well, think about it, and we'll check back later and see what you think.
So you have
Thanks for your time.
the false coin in one hand, and then take the other coin.
I'd make sure Identity has the other coin, has the real coin, just like you did before.
In his body.
Yeah, I'll put it in my coin slot.
All right, and Zothok is gonna stay there.
Oh yeah, I'll wait behind.
Alright.
Me stay, you go.
We
Not
get it.
hard. Go.
All right, as you start to head that way, they seem to see you making that way, and they duck into the crowd, making a stealth check.
Oh, shit, he made a stealth check.
Is that against our perception?
Yeah, you can make a perception check if you want to try and see where they went.
Dude, Zothok, you should as well.
Be a big old 6.
I did. I got a 7. Plus, what is that perception? So 3, so 10. Ugh.
You got a 10.
Yeah.
Well, they seem to have slipped off into the crowd.
12.
You got a 12?
You know,
Let's see. Oh, that is not enough.
well, that's cool.
So you start to walk down the alleyway, and they're gone. And the old
Neat.
man's like, "Nope, never seen that coin before." Oh,
Thank
you've
you
got
for it.
you've got 2 of them. Oh, that's convenient.
Do you know someone who want buy?
Somebody want to buy? I don't know if there's really a market for it. Best I could do is 5 gold.
Oof. No, pass. Thank you.
No, all right. 7 gold.
No, no haggle.
Best
Just
I can
no.
do is 10 gold. I will give you 10 gold
Information.
for that coin you don't know.
Wait. First you offer 5, now 10. You insult me. No.
All right, I said good day. And he goes back to his other coin collection.
Good day.
He's like, you hear him mumble like, I don't even want that fake coin anyway.
What?
Fake coin. Well, I know.
Wait, aren't we down the street?
Yeah.
Zothok
you
stayed
guys-
back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
We
no,
could-
that's fine.
What do you mean fake?
It's not a real coin. It's a dummy coin. You look at it, and it's a facsimile of
They
a
have it.
coin.
I don't have it.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
So,
took both the
like-
coins.
So like not real metal?
It's an alloy. It's made to look like metal. This is a counterfeit of some sort.
So you've seen real before?
No, I've seen real coins. This isn't real coin.
I mean, it's shaped like coin. It is coin. How no counterfeit?
Yeah, I really
It's not made
I
of
can't fight
precious
that
metals.
logic. So it's worth something to somebody, and that's all currency is. You're right.
You know more. You know more than say.
No, you could roll an insight check if you want to see if he's lying.
Yes, please. Insight. It is an 11.
All right, maybe I've seen a couple people passing those coins around.
Where?
Sort of around the shadier part of town.
You point direction?
So yeah, he points northeast.
You have name for Zothok?
Uh,
Who use?
I don't really go to that part of town. You know, I don't need to go over there. Why would I need to go over there? These coins are all legal.
Not say nothing. Not accuse. Just look for information.
ID Tenti and Bado, what are you doing?
we would be walking down the street, assuming that Zothak was successful. Eventually, we would turn back.
Yeah, you saw him just
To kill a little bit of time, I'm gonna look at hats.
All right.
I'm gonna try on.
I
Different
will help you
hats.
try on hats. I will make a big show of making sure you try all the various varieties of hats available on the street.
All right, so I would say to the guy, like, thank you, good day, and then go to them.
So real quick,
Yeah.
I rolled d20 on whether or not to purchase a hat.
Uh-huh.
And what is the finest hat? The finest hat that you have to offer?
The finest hat I have to offer. Oh
the
boy,
market.
this is
Yes.
fun.
I'm gonna get off Mike's 2 seconds.
Yeah, no worries. Let me see. Let me find you a good hat. Let me see. Let's go through the.
And I will ask Bado, I need this hat. Please purchase this.
What is the hat? Do I agree that it is indeed the finest hat?
The.
This is fine.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
I see that he's questioning his ability to purchase stuff. Let him buy. Me buy these chips.
What kind of hat? What kind of hat? What kind of hat? I'm going through some items real quick.
Off the top of my head,
Uh-huh.
and I would prefer you pick one.
Uh-huh.
But off the top of my head, I feel like a Cavalier's hat, like a really big one with a feather.
Oh.
Really, really nice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think your definition of really big and the size of your head are two.
Sir, I do not have a head. Thank you very much.
They have a hat like that. You see one that like catches your eye.
My eye stalk.
Your eyes. Your ocular mechanic.
Yes, for some reason, this hat, it appeals to me on a
It's an
golden ratio level of some kind in my coding,
yeah.
and I wish to purchase this hat.
Shopkeep. How much gold do you have? Do you have gold on you?
I do not.
I have the
not
golds, but I'm
material
not going to
wealth.
tell you what the amount. Like, is this DM asking or shopkeep asking?
How
All
much
of-
you
all of
get?
this. Yeah.
A little bit of both. How much you got? I'll sell you this hat for 15 gold.
Christ, that's an expensive hat.
Is it though? Do you know who used to wear this
15
hat?
gold, make it 20.
No haggle, wrong way.
Sold.
I do
Shut
not
up, Identity.
understand this mercantile system.
He gives you the hat, and for the 5 extra gold, he lets you pick your choice of the feather plume that goes into the side of the hat.
Oh.
You can think about it.
I'll think.
I begrudgingly hand over the agreed upon sum of 20 gold.
You guys can make me another perception check if you would like.
I would enjoy making another perception check.
It's a big old
I only got a
5.
7.
The hat is covering my my eye stalk.
I got 12 again.
Get 12 again. Zothak?
Mhm.
7.
12. Oh, well, hey, 12 picks up the scent again.
If it's scent, or if you'll let me do scent, then I'll roll it.
Absolutely,
and see
yeah.
if we get- Boop, 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 boop. That's worse.
I don't see why it wouldn't, you know. Oh, but you use advantage, right? So you take the highest of the two.
Yeah, 12's still the highest, though.
You pick up the scent again, closer to a food stall this time.
Let her go.
ID 10 to your hat looks great.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Does it give me any kind of boost?
Self-esteem.
So, yeah, I'm gonna Does it cover my eye stalk? That's a good question. Like, does
I need to look
my
at your.
little camera go into it? Because if so,
I
I'm just
imagine
gonna
it's.
I'm gonna cut a hole into the hat so I can see out of it.
We just bought that. It's brand new.
No,
But I
he
can't
said someone
see.
else wore. Not new.
Ooh.
20 gold piece for not new hat.
I
Just
imagine
making me
it.
feel even worse.
I don't imagine you would buy it and it would hinder your sight. I would love to see how it eventually looks, but that's one of those, like, I think that's like a character design you just got to come up with.
All right. Yeah. Sounds good. I'm going to roll along with a renewed confidence in myself.
Yeah.
Are we following somebody?
You feel like you're being followed.
Okay. I feel like we're being followed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bado has caught the scent again, but I don't believe they have told anybody.
They have not.
I would no. I'd surreptitiously say, or alert them to it, like they're still back there, or around.
Would anybody do anything with that bit of information?
They are still back there around.
I'm making the wear arm gesture. Hands up, looking
I subtly point with my trunk.
I imagine the minor illusion has gone away by this time.
Okay. Yeah, so they're still kind of trying to blend into the crowd, but Bado's sense of smell you're starting to like, as you're smelling, because they are standing next to a barbecue, like there's like open grilled meat. The smell of cinder triggers a memory.
Wait.
Go on.
It's fire related, which means they must have been at the Dragon Egg in Canada.
And you see, like, as they reach out to like buy something, you see burn marks on their hand.
One of the ones from the Dragon Egg debacle.
This seems about right.
Mm-hmm. What does he want? He? She?
You feel like it's a she.
Shoot.
I'm trying to think.
None of this has been told to me.
I'm relaying this pretty much live.
Okay.
Yeah. Because she's far enough away that like we can whisper, and I'd say we rush the barbecue joint and be like, barbecue, and she can't move away that quickly without drawing attention to herself, and all of a sudden we're right next to each other.
Are you saying that out loud?
I guess so.
All right. As you saying that, I'm gonna roll down to the stall and say, "Oh boy, barbecue! I sure do love organic matter."
So as you start to move,
I move very fast.
Well, so
I'm gonna double time it.
like as you start to move, she moves as if anticipating it and takes off down the streets. We're gonna try.
I give chase.
That is
Chase.
exactly what we're doing. We are trying a modified version of the chase rules.
Okay.
So, this is sort of some homebrew rules I found, but I thought they were fun. We're going to put you guys on an initiative order, and then, let's see, red. So, in this chase, this is a skill-based chase, right? So you've got your skill sheet on your character sheet in front of you. The streets are bustling in the city of Ambrosia. Lots of stuff's going on, lots of different city districts. This chase is going to take you around town as you try to track down this bandit. You cannot use the same skill twice. You are making skill DC checks and then giving me an interesting story of how you're using that in this chase. 3 successes mean you catch up to the person. 3 failures mean you're out of the chase.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Between all of us at like 3 amongst us or 3 each or whatever.
So if one of you catches them, then you can attempt to grapple or whatever. If one of you falls out, you're out of the chase until the chase is over. If all 3 of you fall out, chase is done.
Chase is over.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me get my dice up and let us roll some initiative.
12 on 13 on initiative.
13. All right.
16 on mine.
15.
So Zothok was the last in the group, I believe. Ay. Lock the toy group. There we go. Oh no, I locked your group. That's why. Hello. Alright. So, Bado goes first.
I thought identity got a higher score.
Oh, I'm sorry. I knew
Yeah, I had 16.
it was you two, then the cloaked figure, and then Zothok. Alrighty, so like I said, this is a skill-based challenge. I have the DCs. You pick a skill, roll it, and then tell me what you're trying to do. And so we're going to just try to make this like a more dynamic, cinematic chase. ID 10T, you burn rubber and start to head towards the barbecue pit, and the bandit takes off. So you are 3 successes behind them. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go ahead and start strong
All right.
and use my investigation to determine the smoothest path, because I don't know if
Yep.
because I don't know if you guys have ever seen a cart on cobblestone, but it's not very smooth. But I'll determine the smoothest path.
All right.
And just double time it.
That is exactly how you're supposed to do that. Perfect. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
What's the number he's trying to beat?
I know it. You guys do not know it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a 17.
All right. So your eyes, you do an ocular pack down. You identify pat down. You identify like a pair of planks that are leaning over some orange crates. And you wheel on up and over them. And successfully gain some ground on the cloaked figure running away.
As
So-
I'm doing that, I want my arms to be making like karate chop
Uh-huh.
in the air, and I'm going swoosh, 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 swoosh.
All right. You are swishing your hands. Like, are you saying like I'm gonna keep doing this and walk towards you, and if you get hit, it's your fault?
I thought it's the running faster hands, right? Like T1000.
Or anime hands them behind you.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I was thinking more Always Sunny Mac.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kung Fu.
Oh, Kung Fu hands. Yeah.
Yeah. Kung Fu hands.
Perfect. Yes, you've made your chopping motions has cleared more of the crowd away from too. Bado, you are up.
We'll try to use my insight to figure out if I can take a shortcut depending on where. Yeah,
I dig that.
goes off in one direction. Can I find a shortcut?
Yeah, let's do that.
9.
A 9. So you decide to cut a left and try to run through a alley, and it's strung across with clotheslines.
Oh boy.
And you are unable to go that way, so you have fallen back 1 rank. So ID 10T is within 2 ranks. I'm sorry, Bado is 4 ranks away, making it their turn.
Meaning we have to have 4 successes?
Three
I would have to have 4 successes?
Yeah, the way chase worked before, as far as I remember, is that if you fail, you lose speed, lose distance, or gain distance, basically.
Right.
Does that work?
Yeah. Well, we'll
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're saying.
we'll see where the chase is. If it's dragging on too long or if it's not exciting enough. Simpsons did it. That's Dusk Whiteclaws in the audience, everybody. Dusk Whiteclaw. You can see them performing at the Frothing Otter on Tuesdays. All right. So, the cloaked figure.
What just happened?
Oh!
What?
Cloaked figure made their skill check. Let's see. Like a really good skill check.
Oh no.
To disappear. To taunt. It's probably to taunt.
To throw marbles.
Let me see. What are they good at? So they use deception, and they hook a real big left, and then swing right really quick at the last minute, but it's enough to fool you.
Like jump kicking off
Can't
the wall.
believe I fell for that.
But they juked us. What?
Yeah.
They deceived you. They put their left blinker belt on. Simpsons did it. And she's a little further ahead in the crowd. Zothok, it is your first turn of the chase.
Okay, so I'm going to use my powers of investigation to
Alrighty.
determine who in the crowd's going to move what way. So I see, like, oh, that person's just done checking out. That's going to force them to go this way. So I get the most efficient path by looking how people are moving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah. All right, roll it.
Oh boy, it is a 10.
So I imagine you're big and bulky, so you put your hands up and you turn sideways, and you're like, "Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me." But
More vision,
you hit
but only slightly.
you hit everybody try to pass.
Oh, the worst investigator. Alright, I'm at 4 then.
That is one failure. So it's supposed to be first to 3 on either side, but
Okay, yeah.
it's a big city, baby. Don't worry. Taking to the top of the order, ID 10T. You seem to be further ahead than the rest of your party.
I'm wondering whether I should go for a crazy one or not. So they're both falling behind. I'm the only one. I'm like further ahead.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
real quick, are we adding proficiency to those?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh crap! What does that do?
Well,
Just for my future rolls.
I
always forget.
If you are it's +2 if you are trained in it. If you have what's the word? Proficiency.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot about it. I'm not gonna worry on that last roll, but okay. Cool.
What did you roll last time? Was a 10?
10, it would have put me at 12.
It would have made the difference.
Oh really?
Yes.
Yeah, but
so
we already called it.
all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you though.
Okay.
ID 10T, let's hear it.
Am I familiar with this city?
It's starting to come back to you. Remember, you woke up having no semblance of who you were. And so as you're driving down these streets, it's kind of like sparking neurons.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and roll a history check in order to see if there is a shortcut of some kind or any kind of
Oh, here, I'll tell you what. Let's do this.
Situation.
So since this is the next section of town, 3, 4, 5, 6. So roll me a D8, and we will decide the area of town to which we are going next.
1.
1?
Yeah, on the D8.
All right. So you have left of the town square and now are at the fish market. So there are fishmongers tossing dire salmon and ware tuna across the marketplace. Will you make me an acrobatics check to dodge the flying fish in the marketplace?
Ooh, okay.
Big old wheels.
That's big old 4.
It's a big old 4.
boy.
Big old 4 for acrobatics.
All right, let's see. Oh no, where did my page go? It is page 2. All right, you take 2 points of fish slap damage.
God dang it.
All right, so now you can continue what you were gonna do on your turn. There's like a pile of fish roe stuck to your
Oh, gross.
plating.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this cause yeah, alright. That's how you wanna play it? Alright, I'm not doing a history check. I'm doing a deception check.
All right.
And I'm going to yell as loud as I can.
Uh-huh.
Make way, for I am of noble descent. Look at my hat.
Okay.
Oh no. And I'm gonna get it's gonna be a 7.
Not even the fish believe you.
I do have fish goo on me.
You do have it.
Slap.
Yeah, you yell that. You're like, move away. I have noble descent. Look at my hat. And then you look over at the fishmonger next to you wearing the same hat. It's just like,
So this was one of a kind.
so that makes ID 10T 1 success, 1 failure.
Yeah.
Bado, you are up. You've made your way back out of the alleyway with all of the stuff, and you've seen that the bandit has made their way into the fish market.
I run real fast. An athletics roll.
Athletics, absolutely.
Try to make up lost. I don't know what B means on this roller. I believe that might be a 20. Let me make sure. Yeah, that's a 20.
Oh, yeah?
Hell
Yep.
yeah.
So I imagine Bado kind of does that like Captain America thing, where you just like, you've got so much power and heft in your legs that you just push for it and you like charge. And because you hit a 20, I'm going to give you a second success.
Kick ass.
Hell yeah.
So ID 10T, you're like, look at my hat. Nobody's impressed. And then the crowd parts anyway as your elephant friend starts charging in after you.
Nice.
Screaming the entire time, but you hear the Doppler effect.
Nice.
It is the bandit's turn. Okay, let's see. They are going to try for a... insight check. So you see them run up to a like street crossing, and they look up at the left and the right, and then they realize this part of town, the road's under construction, and they don't know where to go, and so they hesitate with 1 failure.
Okay.
All right. Zothok, you are up. You have 1 failure.
I'm gonna use a related, because we used investigation before, right? Let me just make sure that I'm doing this one right. So I'm using my insight abilities to judge their next direction, so that I can pick the optimal path.
All right.
Here we go. Woohoo! Rolled an 18 plus 3, and that's also proficiency.
Nice.
But proficiency's already included, right?
I don't remember. It might already be included on your character sheet.
Yeah, I think it's already included, actually. So, yeah, 21.
Awesome. So you make your way into the fish market, and as they like cut a left, you're able to cut through like an establishment, dodging all the fish this time when you did not dodge the other people. Taking it to
Excuse me.
the top of the order, since Bado got a 20 on that last one. Bado, will you roll me a d8 to see which direction the thug goes this time?
Sure. 2.
2. They have turned down to the glass and mirror district.
Why is that a district?
I need you to make me a I need you to make me a reflex saving throw to dodge the plate of glass that two movers are carrying across the street.
Good thing he's not a bull.
I mean, male elephants are called bulls, I think.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Replay. Where are saves in here?
Oh, I guess it would be a dexterity saving throw is what it would be.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Cool. 2.
You rolled a 2?
I rolled a 1.
Well, welcome to the game, everyone.
You take 4 points of plate glass damage as you smash through it.
Super susceptible.
The guys, you hear them like, every time! Bado just did... Oh, okay, that was... So ID 10 to you're up on this turn.
Am I behind Bado at this point?
No, that was just kind of the... he got to pick the direction they went, and
Okay,
so
I
as...
hear a loud
Yeah.
smash.
He cuts through the fish establishment and runs through the plate glass. So you kind of see him as you're turning this corner. Here's how I imagine it. Let's see.
It's like action movie.
They're turning the corner. Oh no.
I feel like Nicolas Cage.
You're following. And then Bado just goes through the glass. So ID 10
I'm
to
fine. I'm okay.
you have 1 success, 1 failure.
Alright, what am I gonna use? I gotta tell you, it's pretty tough being a robot.
Yeah. What's up? What'd you roll?
Is there anything around me in terms of animals?
Fish. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
you're-
fish?
Yeah. Fish, crabs, like you're just leaving the fish market into the glass and mirror district. So are you talking like oxen or cows or horses
like-
or
Pigs or chickens or cows or anything like that?
no, it's all
Nature check.
yeah, it's all aquatic stuff. What did you have in mind?
Well, I was gonna see if I could scare some chickens or some pigs into their way. But what I will do instead... I guess I could just roll a... I have like a +3 in religion.
Okay.
I don't know how that would work.
I mean, we can make up whatever.
Yeah, man, you can come up with something. If you roll it well, we can come up with it. Roll it. What'd you got?
Oh no, that's gonna be an 8.
An 8?
Yep.
So you're like, hey, I think there's a temple of Dagon over here, and they've got like a secret passageway.
No.
No?
I want to say like I want to try praying. It's like
Uh-huh.
I've never prayed to mortal God before, but now I am praying. Let us catch these fools, and if not, damn you.
God has failed you. You like lost your. You look down and you're like, wait, where did they go?
This was a
I do it
mistake.
again.
Bado, you are up. So you ran through the plate glass. You've got 2 successes and 1 failure. So you feel like 1 more success and you will be just on them.
I was gonna. Well, identity stole my idea, but I'm totally gonna do it anyway.
You're
I'm
gonna
use
pray to
animal
God?
handling to scare a cart that's in my way, so that I can get through where it was and cut a few seconds off of my
Oh, okay.
distance.
All right. So there's a cart full of mirrors.
Yes.
All right, roll that.
Seems safe.
Wait, did
17.
What's up, ID Denti?
Otto take damage from smashing through the glass?
Yeah, he took.
I did.
Yeah, I think I said.
Take damage from fucking fish, and then he doesn't take anything.
He took. I think it was 4 damage from plate glass.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I remember, yeah.
17 for handle animal. So I shout just the right whoop to get the horses moving.
They take.
Dire wolf noises.
They take off with your 3rd success. And the cart catches up, so you are on the thief. Now it is their turn. Let's see where are we at? Wait. 1, 2. This is our 3rd round of this. Let's see what they roll. We'll see where this takes us.
This is like our 4th round of this because I failed the first run.
This.
Then I got 2, and then I
Yeah,
failed
this is
one.
the 4th round. You're right. You are correct.
I didn't. I've only gone twice.
Yeah, but he caught him, so.
Yeah.
How have you only gone twice, Zothok? Did I miss you?
I
must
with
have
the
missed-
mirror thing we didn't do. I thought that was like just something happened, so you had him roll.
Yeah, I was kind of at the start of each new area. There's like a hazard each one of you is gonna do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think.
But I do feel like maybe I missed you.
Yeah, I only went twice.
All right, you go ahead.
All right. Well, he just scared that cart out of the way,
Uh-huh.
right? And it like into my path, but it's at a perfect angle. So I'm like, I'm gonna run up it and jump off of it and gain some extra.
All right.
distance. God, I hope this roll works. I rolled an at 20
You rolled a nat
with
20.
with
all right.
5. Yeah. Woohoo!
So Zothok uses the commotion. I'm trying to think how this works. Bado ran through a plate glass, screaming like a dire wolf, scaring off a series of horses that were carrying a train of mirrors on them.
I'm thinking it's a cart, and so when they like rear up,
Yeah.
yeah, it makes like a ramp, and I just run up it. And,
Oh, you're gone
You-
in 60
like-
secondsing it.
yeah, and like jump with my arms back and chest out.
All right. So you do that. You fly through the air over this marketplace using the leverage of this taking off cart. Doing so causes the cart to kind of tumble over. But as you land, panes of mirror hit around you as this like menacing look of Zothok surrounds the bandit. And then now they get their turn. So let us see.
Thank you.
This is going to make or break it. Alrighty.
If I could just get some doves right now to fly.
So this Loxodon elephant rages through this glass, causing this scene with the mirrors as the half-orc jumps through the air and lands in front of her. And she sees this and drops to her knees and prays, "Dear God, I've never prayed to you before."
Perfect.
As the sewer grate beneath her gives way,
What?
dropping the chase into the sewer.
Oh no.
Hell yeah.
Zothok. It'll be one of those things where, like, now you're at their distance and they need to fail, or you'll need to make some sort of check on it. So, yeah. Dropped into the sewer.
Oh no. Yeah, we can't reuse. So let me hold your eyes.
I'm confused. I must have missed something, because I've got ID 10T only has 3 turns. Now you have 3 turns. How did
Maybe it
Oh,
was three
Bada,
in
Bada,
my-
you know what? Because you got a 20. Remember, you rolled a 20 and I
Yeah.
gave you 2 successes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So Zothok, we'll say that was your turn. I fucked up.
Okay. No good deal.
Making it ID 10T's top of the 4th round now.
So I'm still on the road, right?
Yeah, so you saw this situation occur in front of you, and then you saw the cloaked figure kind of drop into the sewer district.
And did they fall in with him?
The rest of your party has not. Like, where the initiative is, it was kind of,
Yeah, so that would have happened. She would have fell, and I'm in the air now.
yeah, you kind of landed as she fell through the grate. You're landing on the ground, and she prayed, dropped the weight of the mirrors impacting the ground, dropped the
Yeah,
grates.
Perfect.
Later, great job, nerds. See you next week.
I'm gonna go ahead and just plow on through and roll into the hole. Is that a bad thing? Should I not do that?
Which
Is bad?
which one you using?
You got a skill?
What should I roll for that?
You can make anything up. Is it right? Like,
Yeah, I was just kind
Oh,
of.
are we still doing that? Okay.
Yeah, you're still in the chase. It's the sewer district is a district.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's not gonna work.
It's all right.
It's like a question when your English teacher asks you about the summer book you didn't read. You gotta make it up real quick. Yeah.
About this book I read by me. Double
I mean, I'm
space.
just going through the list and seeing stuff. Looking at
Yeah.
the skills and being like, it has nothing to do with this. That has nothing to do with this.
It's like the Terminator scanning through everything.
Yo, I'm definitely just I'm making stuff.
Yeah, you guys are doing it exactly.
I'll do history.
Okay.
Since I didn't do that last time, I'll do history and
Sure.
see see what where that goes, where that sewer grate goes, if I can recall the memory of that.
Perfect.
And how best to land down there.
Love it.
And come on, roll, baby. And that's gonna be an 11.
So you scan your brain pan, right? Running, calculating, and then you move like 10 feet this way, and then your body starts to spin a little bit, and the sewer grate starts to pry off, and then you drop down into the sewer as well with your success.
All right.
So you got 2 successes, 2 failures. Bado, you've seen the figure drop into the sewerways. You there, Bado?
Yeah, I'm here. Trying to figure out what skill to use next.
Yeah.
You and me both.
Acrobatics to, which is different from athletics apparently. Acrobatics to jump down or jump down the sewer.
I imagine you're gonna like do a flip, and then gracefully try to squeeze yourself into that hole. Roll
13.
it. 13's perfect. You're able to gain enough leverage jumping off the ground that you can just clear the sides of this pothole and make your way into it. Perfect. All right, it's their turn. Let's see. So I like to imagine like the camera's sitting here on the sewer as the cloaked figure runs by, and then the grate in front of them pops down with ID Tenti on it, whirring down into the water as Bado lands behind them in water. We're going to roll their die. Ooh. And they're trying to investigate a way out, and they cannot find a way out. The cloaked figure seems trapped. Zothok.
Still an initiative.
We are still on initiative. Zothok is still above ground.
Whose turn is it?
Zothok. So
Let's
both
see
of your
here.
rest of your party went into grates on either side of the road and seem to be below you.
Right. So I would probably was it this one? Okay. So between missions before, I've been going back up to the library and looking at stuff. Most I can't read, but I sure have been studying the history of the sewer system in this place. With ID 10.
Door plumbing.
I like to imagine you saw ID 10D looking at a plumbing book.
Proud.
Freddie got fingered.
I don't remember.
Proud. You proud?
I'm gonna buy you a LeBaron.
Yeah, so I recall that the area they went into is not great for them.
What's up?
I rolled a 5.
Did you have advantage? Do you still have inspiration?
I do still have, so I can roll again, right?
If you would like, yeah.
I would, you know what? I would like to roll again. Not 20, are you kidding me? Yes!
All right, so... Oh, this is perfect. All right. So... The cleric dropped down... The cleric. The cloaked figure ran underground. Bado jumped into this hole. ID 10T jumped into this hole. And I imagine Zothok looked down on the ground and then just jump. Weak spot. And lands on top of the fanatic.
It's outstanding.
And we are out of the chase.
That's 3, yeah.
Let's stop the music.
Good old theater of the mind.
It's not too bad, is it?
No, I like it.
It's how a lot of people play on here. But there's got to be a visual element. That's the thing is...
Yeah, for sure.
Oops, I gotta learn how to spell Nax. Pretend it's the fugitive.
Could you kill my wife?
I did not kill my wife. Alright. So, the cloaked figure is pinned. We will say they have the grappled condition on them, which means they cannot move. ID 10T, you saw your friend fall through the roadway and sort of accidentally tackle the person. What would you like to do?
I'm going to roll an intimidation check.
Let's see it.
Yeah, it's gonna be in 12.
Intimidation.
And I want to roll through the sewer with the darkness and use just the light from the grate like coming down.
Yeah.
And it's just shadowed over, like my hat is covering the glowing eye, and I say, "Dead or alive, you're coming with me."
What? There was an intimidation check.
Yeah, it was a 12 though. So it was okay.
You succeeded. What is intimidated? Oh, it's frightened, right?
It basically you're intimidating them in order to get them to do something.
Okay, so they're frightened, which means they have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while you are in line of sight. They're also grappled. Their speed is 0 right now. So she seems scared of this mechanical monstrosity in a nice hat rolling towards her in the sewer. It says the half-orc caveman is kind of like pressing down on the stones on top of her. Bado. They've not had time to react.
No one's had... She hasn't had time to react?
Yeah, I'm going to wait until after you go to react.
Also intimidation.
You're also intimidating? All right, roll it.
Stomp up real slow. Sound angry. Well, you gave us quite a bit of a chase there.
You gave
But I
us
rolled a
quite.
3, so it's actually like, you gave us a bit of a chase.
That sounded like some kind of creepy Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, I'll imagine we gave you quite a fright.
Why you running, neighbor?
All good in the neighborhood.
All right, my turn, huh? So she. Trying to think what she would do. She's got 2 people stomping around her. That's on top of her.
Thanks, bud.
Let's see. Maybe she would. She looks up at Zothok, and an incantation starts to move from her lips as you see her wiggling around.
Oh shit.
Zothok. You look down and you see her face with burn marks slapping up her neck, and recognize her as the person from the barn in our first adventure. ID 10T, as you're looking at her, you place her cloak as the one in the photo you took of the people porting out of the crypt.
Okay.
Zothok, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. Oh no, 3. 2 plus 1. So nope.
You are paralyzed right now.
Oh boy.
As the words start to hit your ears, you feel your body tense and tighten up and become to stone. You are incapacitated. You automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws. Attacks against you have advantage. And any attack that hits you is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet. You cannot take actions or reactions while this lasts. So every turn you will try to save to beat it. But while this spell is on you, you are... You told me to freeze! So Zothok, it is your turn. You can roll another wisdom saving throw. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's on the end of its turn, not your turn. So it's ID 10T.
Okay, so she cast a spell and Zothok is
Frozen.
debilitated.
Yeah, he looks...
Is he on top of her?
Yeah, so there's a
Is he,
pile
like,
of...
holding her down?
Yeah, debris upon which he is. As a rat scurries by.
As a rat scurries by.
Yeah, just because the audio.
Just because of the audio, or is there actually a rat scurrying by?
Yeah, there's a rat scurrying by, but because it was in the audio. But if you want to do something to the rat, you can do something with the rat.
Animal handling. Animal handling.
Yeah, I'll do something to the rat.
Tell me about it, stud.
Let me go ahead and pull that spell up.
What spell? Animal handing?
Let me pull it up, and I'll tell you.
All right, tell me. Are there tokens for this rat? And hey, you should tell us about your website there, Goblin Trader Guild.
What are you talking about?
Didn't you give me some tokens?
Yeah, but you haven't used them yet.
Is
But when you do.
Is there a rat in there?
There is not a rat
Oh,
at the moment.
motherfucker.
But
You failed me.
who knows? There might be in the future.
Oh.
So catapult.
Close catapult. Catapult is a spell?
Oh, I don't know if I can do that. I can't do it because it's a living thing.
For now.
Yeah, exactly. Is that can you bonus action roll? No, you can roll over to it. Squish it and then catapult. Why do arm arms of chairs have staples.
What else is it? For a quick check, what else is in the room with the with us? What is in the sewer? What kind of debris is lying around?
All right. There is a pallet. There is a old sack with a hole in the left corner. There are a couple candles. A turd, of course. Maybe a goldfish. There's... You notice on the wall there is some sort of arcane graffiti.
Okay. It's not gonna work. But does a corpse count as an object?
Oh boy.
Yes.
Yeah?
Are there any dead rats?
Sure, there's a dead rat. That's the other rats eating it.
All right, I'm gonna cast catapult on the dead rat.
Okay.
Choose one object weighing 1 to 5 pounds within range that isn't being worn or carried.
That would
The
be
object
it.
flies in a straight line up to 90 feet in a direction you choose before falling to the ground, stopping early if it impacts against a solid surface. If the object would strike a creature, that creature must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the object strikes the target and stops moving. When the object strikes something, the object and what it strikes each take 3d8 bludgeoning damage. I'm going to use the rat, and I'm going to target the woman's face.
Perfect. Should have used the poop.
I was thinking about it. Probably didn't have enough math.
3D8.
3d8.
All right, so I have to make a what? A saving throw?
A dexterity saving throw. But if I recall correctly, he's on top of you and you're...
I'm at disadvantage, yeah. I can't move, but I think I can make the save still. Let's see. Oh, that is a critical failure.
Right.
So, like, the rat tail goes in her mouth. Or, like, in her nose. Or... She rolled a 1, so she could not dodge it.
Okay. I imagine something enough to take 3d8 bludgeoning damage is going to do something horrible.
3d8. Alright, roll it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be 11.
11 damage from a flying rat corpse.
Oh,
Is that right? I mean, oof.
I mean, if you threw enough force, I suppose.
Well, if it's 1 to 5 pounds, that's the thing. Like, if you're imagining a 1 to 5 pound object.
I mean, they've got teeth
They've got
and
no teeth in
claws.
front, no.
Yeah,
And it's been rotting, so sharp bone perhaps protruding.
I
Yeah,
mean,
so
if you think about it, if something's going fast enough, it doesn't matter how small it is.
Sure.
It's going to do a ton of damage.
so she yells, "Oh, you metal heathen! I'm glad they did away with all of you."
After the rat,
Yeah, you do damage to her. She's still alive. And angrily she yells that at you.
all right.
so hurtful.
So at this
She
point,
is still conscious.
she doesn't seem like she can move, so we can take you guys off initiative.
Well, did that break the spell on
Oh!
Fuck.
Oh,
That's
good.
why I was doing it.
You,
Yeah.
dude, absolutely. Let's see. It probably should.
I wasn't just doing it for kicks, you know.
I didn't think about it. I was. Let's see. Hold on. I forgot how concentration works in this. Is it just damage taken?
You have to make like a check against it.
It's
con
versus
check?
like how much damage I took, right? I think is what it is. Real quick, we're learning. Concentration is 203, 204. Oh, there's another rat. Where's my body? I left my body right here.
Are you saying buddy or body, little guy?
The DC equals 10 or half the damage you take. So half the damage I take would be 6, or I have to roll a 10. So Oh, I rolled a 4. So Zothok is no longer held.
Woohoo! Thank you.
Yep. You guys are
You're
no longer
welcome.
on combat as you sit in this sewer.
All right. Okay.
Maybe what I'll do if I start doing this more is I'll start using the Wacom and drawing as we go, like on the map.
Ooh.
That'd be cool.
Maybe, we'll see. So yeah, what would you guys like to do? You
Get
have
information.
Let's hear it. Roll it or role play it, or what you got?
Good cop, bad cop.
You know coin.
So
Can't tell
you
if that's good or bad.
Neutral cop.
yes, and it doesn't belong to you.
We give back who belong to.
It's my payment for being faithful.
To whom?
To whom?
To whom?
I'm writing that down.
It's the giant teeth. They get in the way.
To whom? Ooh, that's real good. Shit, I'm mad. Like that written down, the shape of those words together look real good.
Immediately trademark.
Real logo ready. Buy it. What was the question? For whom? To whom?
Yeah. To loyalty to.
So they look, as you're looking, you notice the emblem. There's like an insignia pinned onto her cloak, and she looks like she refuses to answer.
The insignia is the same as the coin.
Yes.
Why didn't you take it with you? If it belongs to you.
You guys grabbed this from inside the crypt, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why didn't we take it up?
Oh, she didn't. It wasn't actually hers. It's just in general. It's reward.
She just looks. She's agitated and doesn't seem to wanna to answer.
Roll.
Figures.
I can't roll an investigation.
I want to roll intimidation.
Oh,
again.
I guess you
wanna,
did.
like-
You did intimidate. I'm so sorry. You did do that, didn't you? Let's look at this frightened
Yeah,
again.
one success, one failure.
Yeah.
Where'd you get the coin?
Well, he's good cop, so
I guess I need to roll this, huh?
good cop asks politely, bad cop smashes dead rats against your face.
It's a rat bashing stick.
It's not wrong.
Let's see. The Google Dice Roller, I kind of hate it.
It's
Alright.
not. It's not very friendly.
It doesn't have like feedback.
It's not
So
UI.
it's just kind of silent, and it's just
I'll end up with 8 D20s because I forget how to clear it. She just looks at you and says, "He will return."
Oh, we want to set up a right party. What should the banner say? Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Just welcome back, it's fine.
I want to make sure we spell it right.
E06.
Your simple, feeble mind cannot comprehend the greatness. Don't pretend you're worthy.
Quick question.
Already tried to intimidate, huh?
Is it illegal in this world to use advanced interrogation tactics?
I feel
So
it's more intimidation.
Yeah, but my character wouldn't do it if it was illegal, so he has to ask about it.
I'm gonna say
so you're because he's from like the primitive era.
Right.
can I
What's up?
I was gonna say, can I say something? Can I try something?
Zothok, I feel
Or
like
is he asking you that?
I feel like you asking that question, you kind of know what kind of lines you might cross. No, it's
It not illegal where I come.
ID Denti. What you got?
I want to try. Well, if I rolled the successful intimidation, does
Uh-huh.
that carry on, or do I have to roll again if I want to say
What are you
something else
doing?
crazy?
What do you got?
I want to say something. I want to like threaten her indirectly,
Okay.
but like I want it to, like I don't mean it, but I want it to sound like I mean it.
Okay.
So I guess maybe it would be
I appreciate you making that distinction. I really do.
yeah. So like perception, would it be a deception or an intimidation?
You pick.
It's the same either way, bud.
Yeah.
The same bonus.
Yeah, let's say deception because you've already intimidated.
Right. So ID10T is gonna roll up and say, do we have the information? I wish to dissect her.
Um.
And I was worried about enhanced interrogation.
Trying to go with the cold.
Yeah.
Rollback.
Say that one more time. Let me hear you. You said, "Do we have all the intimidate and the information?"
Do we have the information? Can I rephrase it?
Yeah, let's hear it.
It's basically, do we have the information? If not, I will dissect her.
That makes a little more sense.
Yeah.
I was working through it.
The other way, it was like, even if she gives it up, it's gonna be like she's getting dissected. So no, I don't think so.
Oh, so you know what? Looking at this, you look at her eyes and they start to steal. As it seems like maybe she was never frightened, and she just kind of smiles at you. And she's like, "Your dissection will be nothing compared to what he does to your mind."
Right.
She does not seem like she was actually frightened this whole time.
Let me do this. And y'all, if y'all want to do something, go ahead. I'm gonna be preparing something.
Intimidation's real low. I have perception. That's about all I can do. Or athletics.
Everybody who made a history check on the sewers, go ahead and make me another one of those.
That's 16. 18.
What you other guys got?
I never ran
Ooh,
one.
that's a big one. 20.
20. All right. I'm gonna push some sounds. Don't take it for granted. I want to find the right one. No.
Bear with me. Bear with
This
me.
one. Yeah. You start to hear a rumble in the background as you remember occasionally these sewers fill with water.
Uh-oh.
As you're like doing this thing, you start to hear a rumble in the distance as like the hourly sewer purge starts to trickle.
What a
What
terrible.
are they all like? They all go at the same time.
You hear it. You hear the rush, and it clicks with you guys that knew the history. Like, that's right. These things flush out once a month, once a day, once a hour, once a whatever.
How long do we have until it reaches us? Do I have to do a check for that?
Let's see. Let's see. Maybe 20, 30 seconds before you start to notice the water rising up.
Are we able to get out from here?
Yeah, there's ladders. This person is pinned under the rocks, and it seems like it might take longer to pull the rocks off than it will. The water will get here before you would be able to take the rocks off this person. But there are ladders up and out of the sewerway. What is that, bud?
I snag her pen.
Her pen? Oh, the lapel?
The lapel pen.
All right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Does she have a bag or anything?
Yeah, she'll have equipment on her that you could you could rifle through.
Yes.
Oh, he's helping me. He's not helping me.
She's like laughing at it. She's like, these material items will do you no good when he returns. Take it. Enjoy it. I want you to enjoy it. He's going to remember. He's going to remember what you did.
Won't even tell
Lady,
us who he is.
You're about to have a very bad day.
I'll get you the loot here in a bit.
Okay.
Just remind me of that at the end. So you start rifling through her stuff as she's laughing as the water building up starts to get louder and louder, and you start to notice those first little laps of water around your ankles.
I want to plead, or not plead, but you basically use persuasion to be like, how can we, we need to know the name of what we're afraid of. How else are we going to, have nightmares at night, or hear whispers in shadows unless we know the name?
So the water, she's pinned under the rocks. You notice rats starting to scurry. She's pinned down. The water's starting to rise up to meet her face.
Uh-huh.
And you said, what did you say, whispers? Is that what you
I
said?
said, how will we hear the whispers of this name in the shadows, tormenting our every waking moment and even haunting our nightmares, unless we know the name?
So you say that, and she goes, whispers, whispers, wisp, wisp, as the water starts to cover her face. And she doesn't seem to struggle with it. She keeps talking. And you feel like, oh, she's saying it now, as you see the bubbles start to leave her mouth as the water's catching up to your thighs and your knees. And you get the idea,
let's
like,
leave.
maybe you guys should get out of here.
Oh, my mic was up. Yeah, absolutely. Let's start climbing some ladders.
ID Tenty?
These are ladders, correct?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Your treads like crack open and they like grab the grate, so you're able to. While you don't know where you came from, you feel like pretty well adapted to your environments.
Too bad.
But there's a malfunction, and that's not true in this case. Why? What do you have?
Well, it all depends on what we are going to find afterwards. Because I don't need to breathe.
Oh.
So I was thinking of staying and just bracing myself against the wall and waiting until the flood clears, and then seeing if she was still trapped or anything, that we could take the body back. But
Yeah.
So
I mean, you could have been helping her this entire time.
if you want to do that, the water starts rushing in, but you can grasp a pipe on the side as the water starts rushing in and like hold on as
I
you're.
think I'll do that.
So to us, it just looks like he's watching this woman die.
For science.
Yeah, for science. Show
It's
me
in
how
the
you
damn
breathe.
notepad is out again. Uh-huh. Interesting.
Underwater like SpongeBob.
Glub, 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 glub.
They make them.
So Zothok and Bado, covered in the smells of the underground, climb up as they see a crowd like watching what's been going on. A half-orc stomped to the ground and there was a chase, and everybody's kind of cleaning up and seeing what's going on. ID Tenty braces as the wave of water comes. It's turbulent and murky, and there's all sorts of debris in the water. And you're
finding articles to read
debris.
later.
So you're watching her, and you see her start to like make more words with her mouth, and more bubbles are coming, and she's talking, and she's moving, and it continues for a while. 30 seconds, 40 seconds, 50 seconds. She's starting to slow. 55 seconds.
Can I try and read her lips? I imagine we're in like really nasty water.
Roll it.
Where's my roll? What would that be? Perception?
Yeah.
I imagine maybe take disadvantage.
Roll it. What do you got?
That's a 2, so it doesn't matter. It's gonna be a 1, or not a 1. It's gonna be a 3 in total.
So you're like trying to see through the water, and then all of a sudden you see a. Let's see. Are you looking at the screen?
Yeah, I'm looking.
And then as the water starts to like recede, and the rocks start to expose more, and the debris sits on the other debris, if you get what I'm saying. You notice the rocks start to shift down as whatever was keeping them up. There's been a shift, right, from all the water and stuff.
Yep.
The water drains back down eventually to where it was, and the robed figure does not seem to be there any longer. Yeah, you feel like safe enough to let go of the handrail.
All right.
What happened?
So I'll just yell up. I'll say, "Drop a rope, and pull me up." So.
I drop a rope.
And I'll tie it around me and yank twice.
You couldn't.
Oh, you want the express service? I see how it is.
Use wiggly arm. Help out. Heavy.
My limp noodle arms cannot hold me, for I am too massive.
So as you are being hauled up out of the sewer, you look down and you see under the rocks where she was pinned, you can see the faint glow of a circle emanating and then fade out, and the glow resembles the teleport you saw in the crypt.
Makes sense.
But like a small, like a one, like you start to piece together when she was doing something, she was trying to get this spell together.
So I'm going to. I should roll. I should really roll. It's just another one. I'm gonna roll whether or not that I am watertight.
Oh no!
Over 10 is not watertight.
I appreciate it.
Okay, I am not watertight.
Oh god.
So I am like, water is like shooting out of little seams.
Yeah, I imagine you're not. I imagine you're like
Pulling
bulging, right? Like cartoony.
Yeah.
But then yeah, it all like sprays out.
Eventually.
As you're being pulled up, you're spinning like a water hose.
Yeah.
Well,
but as I get up there, I'll go ahead and relay everything that I saw while observing to everyone, to Bado and Zota.
So ID 10T relays all of that information to you, gang.
So not dead?
Maybe not.
And not here is
Definitely not.
frustrating. Sounds like culty business.
I do not understand your frustration.
Should
It is a human emotion.
Should what, Zothak?
No, we good.
Should understand frustration.
Do you have a thought?
No, we good.
All right. All right. So, what would you guys like to do with all of this?
ID 10 still have coin.
ID 10 still has coin.
Yeah.
Just make sure.
You hear it like it's like banging up against your insides as the water's draining. Alongside with a vial, a glass vial that's clanking around too.
No.
It's fine. It's safe.
No.
It's just it's sealed.
No. Do I still have my hat?
Holy
Roll it.
What do you want me to roll?
It's 10 or higher. You've got your hat.
Oh my god.
Oh,
No.
I can't write that good. That's great.
Oh, it's an 8. It's an 8.
No,
Alright.
Well, we know it wasn't unique after all. So
Now I understand the frustration.
Is this what human is?
now you
These
know.
tears, now I know why you cry.
but it's fecal matter.
Oh man.
It's like a turd dripping down your face. Are these tears?
No.
Is this what it means
No,
to cry?
no.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's
Oh,
pretty
no.
good.
Well, I mean, I guess we know what coin is now.
Yeah, you seem to have gotten probably some requisite information.
Beer?
It
Beer?
belongs to a cult, and the cult is waiting for something to come back, of course. And
Yeah, I
Murder
just
everybody.
point at both of them and keep going. Beer? Beer?
Beer.
yes, yes.
Alright. Let's go back.
So you make your
Sounds
way
Very
back.
well.
Is that cool with you, ID Tinty?
Yes.
You just bummed about your hat?
Yes.
Frustrated.
Poor guy.
Don't worry, I will get a better one.
It's half your money.
So after a long day of chasing, you make your way back to the Axe+Arcana. You walk in, and without looking up, Bear says, "Well, you smell like shit.
Shower. Yeah.
Tell me what you found."
I've got this pin. I hold up the pendant she had.
And it matches the coin.
It's the same. No, it's some sort of creepy cult thing.
Creepy cult thing. What kind of cult? Does this have to do with the dragon? Is this that dragon cult?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it was a dragon cult. It's definitely the same person from that.
She not dead.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me there was the fire incident. Yeah. Interesting. So
No.
Bear starts jotting down these extraneous notes. What are you gonna
And
say?
now she not dead again.
Yeah, we failed to kill her again.
Well, the mission wasn't to kill her. That's if she's still alive, then that may work to our benefit.
I'll tell him. Woman mentioned whispers.
Whispers.
Trying to get the name of the terrible
Whispers.
entity to be unleashed upon us, but that's
Whispers. And he starts saying it again. Whispers.
all. Yeah, like
Whispers.
that, repeatedly, really annoying.
She said it several times, then.
Try saying it underwater.
Engulfed in fecal matter, yes.
And he looks at the pin, and he looks at the coin, and he looks at you, and says, "Whispers." And that's where the scene would cut off for the night.
Yeah.
So, that is where our narrative ends for tonight. I owe you guys treasure. We have hit second level.
Yeah.
So,
Outstanding. Thank you.
we can talk about, if you've never leveled up a character, we can talk about that. I'll get you guys your treasure and whatnot.
You guys are gonna have to take me out back and wash me off with the garden hose, because
Fine.
I don't. ID10T does not know hygiene.
I'm a maniac. Let's see what this...
Don't worry, guys. It's only gonna get worse as we go on.
All right, yeah. So let's look at equipment and leveling up stuff.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've leveled, so.
Yeah, let's see. Let's look at yours first. You're a barbarian, correct?
I will be right back.
Yeah, bud.
Yes.
All right. At second level, you get reckless attack and danger sense. Starting at second level, you can throw aside all concern for defense to attack with fierce desperation. When you make your first attack on your turn, you decide to attack recklessly. Doing so gives you advantage on melee attack rolls using strength this turn, but attack rolls against you have advantage next turn. And then danger sense. You gain an uncanny sense of when things nearby aren't as they should be, giving you an edge when you dodge away from danger. So you're perceptions are sharpened from surviving out in the jungles for so long. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects you can see, such as traps and spells. To gain this benefit, you can't be blinded, deafened, or incapacitated.
No.
So you've got
Would
like
that have
a...
been useful this last time? Incapacitation? No, that was a freezing.
yeah.
Just as a question, yeah.
Traps, spells.
Oh, came back.
Not so the spell she said I don't think was like a visual spell. When it says effects you can see, it's like, hey, like the fake coin. If somebody tried to pass you an illusion of a coin,
I would. Okay, cool.
you'd have advantage to see if it was fake. Yeah. Let's see what Bado the cleric has coming up. I like to
Channel Divinity.
Oh, tell me about Channel Divinity. What
Trying to
what domain did you pull?
life
Life domain.
for to heals.
Channel Divinity. You gain the ability to channel
5 times to
divinity.
cleric level. All right.
So you get turn undead and the effect determined by your domain. And the effect determined by your domain.
Preserve life.
As an action, you present your holy symbol and evoke healing energy that can restore a number of hit points equal to 5 times your cleric level. Damn. Choose any creature within 30 feet and divide hit points amongst them. That's slick.
Yeah.
I did not know that. And then we got our wizard pal. Let's look at this. Not the warlock.
Arcane tradition.
One more.
Arcane tradition, that is correct. You choose a tradition: abjuration, conjuration, divination, enchantment, evocation, illusion, necromancy, or transmutation.
I had originally wanted to do the arcane,
Mm-hmm.
which would allow me to convert spells to whichever element I wished, basically.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to do that. We did say that that was kind of OP before.
If you're
Might
not
have
sure,
to
we've
go
got
back and
time.
look at it.
Yeah, that's no worries.
Yeah.
You got plenty of time.
So I'll have to look at the traditions.
Yeah.
Is there anything else though?
That was like it for now. I think all the good stuff comes at 3rd level.
Okay.
But let's look at some treasure for you guys. Some loot.
Yes, I will need more hat.
The fuck you hat money.
How much did I get the first time?
I don't remember, honestly.
Yeah.
I've had like 56 gold pieces.
All right, so I still have some left over.
Oh, this is wrong. Treasure. Let's do a little. 6, 1, 9, 2, 42. What? No. I forgot the DMG in 5th edition is not as good as the old ones. These books are not laid out very well at all. Yeah, alright, so... Interesting. You know what? Oh, there's a lot of... I was just talking shit about this book, and now I'm reading stuff. Who wants to roll me a 100-sided die? Oh, that's...
100-sided die.
Yeah, 100-sided die.
Oh.
shoot.
It's a percentage die.
Yeah. It's what? It's only 10.
Okay, so is it a 1 or a 0? It's a 10 that you rolled?
What?
Do you rolled a 10?
Let me
No.
get it.
No. I was saying that the die. I was asking.
Yeah.
The die.
So there are 2
It's actually
10s.
10 sides.
Yeah.
I rolled the D100. I got a 69.
Nice.
Nice.
what?
So there like there's a D100, but then there's like two. There's different ways to do
There's
it.
a tens place and a ones place.
Yeah. One
Okay.
is 2 digits, one single digits. You found 10 golds. You found. Ooh. Go ahead and roll me another one there, Colin.
31.
A what?
12.
A 12.
And this is to split between us, correct?
Yeah. Well, that was how much that the person had on them.
Oh, you rifling through her pockets before she?
Yeah,
We did.
Yeah.
She had a bag of holding on her,
Snap.
and that coin was in there. So I'm not sure if Zothok knows what a bag of holding is, but you see
Oh, it's a bag. I'll just.
as Bado seems to reach into it, and like his whole arm fits into it as he pulls out that little bit of coin.
Wow.
It's bigger on the outside.
Wait.
Yeah.
Can you put head in?
Are you asking me or Bado?
Bado.
I wouldn't risk it.
But you totally could.
But put arm in.
Arm doesn't need to breathe.
Bado, do you think your character would have ever experienced a bag of holding?
Yeah.
So bag of holdings, people have used them to like
Disappear. or
you've got like 10 minutes of air or something in there.
That's cool.
So like it's one of those things you wouldn't let a kid get to it. Maybe that's why you're being judgmental. But
Me not stupid, language not good.
Can I play with it?
just to straighten the record, like one could exist in there for 10 minutes.
Oh, cool.
Something to that
Good.
effect. What
They
did
didn't
you,
need to breathe.
Did he
Like
stick his head
identity.
he was reaching into it when he discovered it was a bag of holding and then pulled out just that little bit of gold.
There was a cat in there. His name's Felix.
There's not like a poopy lady in there.
No. Good question, though. It's 2 feet in diameter. The mouth is 4 feet. The back can hold up to 500 pounds. Astral plane. Breathing creatures inside the bag can survive up to a number of minutes equal to 10 divided by the numbers of creatures. So 10 minutes total,
Right.
unless you're going,
Which I do.
You're in a bag of holding. You're probably ever.
yeah. But, yeah,
You want
that's...
to take this, Sothok? Because I actually can carry a whole shit ton of stuff. On account of me being huge.
On account of your trunk.
Ew.
Yes, please. I will take the bag.
You should put it on your character sheet. So
Yes,
don't
you
have to think about it anymore.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
should write that down.
Write that down.
Yeah.
And I immediately put my head inside.
God damn.
So Zothok, you put your head into there.
Rolling a character.
It's so much room.
It frightens you how much room there's in. Like your mind is shaken a little bit because you've just realized there is more to this plane of existence than you've ever known. Like you see a shooting star fly by, and as you follow it, you see the heart of a galaxy spinning in eternity.
There's more room than 10 minutes of air. I think my character is going to figure out how to compress gas. Okay, excellent. Thank you.
You pull your head out and you've been asphyxiating because you've been in there for 15 minutes. They couldn't get the
I
bag
just
off your
imagine
head.
Him, like, I just imagined him accumulating farts in the bag. To force the
8 minutes of air now.
Not torture, enhanced interrogation.
All right, so we tracked down the mystery of the coin a little bit, and that information has stunned Barris, leaving us in a cliffhanger. Yeah, every time we play, I always try to go back and listen to a little bit of the previous adventure to try and and it's a huge game changer, to be honest. It makes it a lot easier to continue narrative. So yeah, if you guys are all good, then I think we're gonna call it there for tonight.
Yeah, I'm great. Thank you.
Yeah. We'll talk about we'll level up your characters and stuff in between next time. But don't forget, everybody, we're here every Wednesday, 7 o'clock Central Time, Axe+Arcana 5th Edition Dungeons and Dragons. And then on Thursdays at 8 o'clock, we play Rocket League for the Volcano Gaming Club. But since that's it, I thank everybody for coming by, and we will catch you later. Goodbye. Bye.
Bye.
Can't stop us, cause we are warriors. Y'all know you can't stop us, cause we are warriors. Y'all know you can't stop us, cause we are warriors. Y'all know you can't stop us, cause we are warriors.
Stop and think about the things you do, the things you say, cause we gon' bring it to you each and every day. Don't play around, clown, we'll put you down. The warriors are here, we came to chase the haters away. We throw down for our brothers, down for our mothers and their sons and daughters to fight for freedom and peace. We'll have you tied out like a phone line, cause we always on the grind. You got beef, why don't we take it to the streets? When you hear the all call, you're gonna fall. Like reservoir dogs, have you run like babies on the crawl? We'll have you tied up with the quick